In this section, we are going to learn about what is software and what are its types. Before we know what exactly a software is, we are required to know what is a data, an instruction, a program, and a software. In order to understand them in a much better way, let me explain you something else in before. If we consider an English language, if we wanted to learn it, we start with the basic raw facts, that is the alphabets, which really do not have any specific meaning. However, arrangement of these alphabets in a particular fashion would frame us some meaningful words. And this set of words arranged according to the grammatical rules of the language, we are going to frame certain sentences. And the collection of these sentences would form us large paragraphs. The same is applicable even for the data, instruction, program, and softwares. Data are the basic raw facts which really do not have any specific meaning. Something like all the characters, digits, and special symbols. And the set of these data items form an instruction. And the finite set of instructions is a program. And the collection of these set of programs is going to form a software. So, the data is raw facts, instructions are the collection of data items, program is a set of instructions, and software is a set of programs. Now let us know what are the different types of softwares. The software types were categorized into two subsections, that is, the system softwares and the application softwares. The system softwares were further subcategorized into three sections. Number one is the operating system, the system development softwares, and the system support softwares. And the application softwares were categorized into two subsections. Number one is the general purpose softwares and application specific softwares. Let us look into each of them in a much detail. System softwares. System softwares are the set of programs which are intended in order to make the hardware components to communicate with one another. That is, these are the softwares or the programs designed for the hardware communication. Let us start with the first one. Operating system. In the real world, we see n number of operating systems like the Windows, Linux, Red Hat, Mac operating systems, and even the Android and iOS operating systems for the smartphones. An operating system is a system software which is going to provide the user to interact with the hardware components. That is, it is going to act as an user interface. It also allows the user to access the files and database informations, and it provides the interface for the communication systems using the internet protocols. The next is the system support softwares. In general, we use n number of external peripheral devices such as the webcams, the pen drives, Bluetooth devices, modems, routers, printers and scanners, and all these such devices needs to be detected by the computer system once they are connected. System support software is such software which makes the external peripheral devices to get detected and operate the external hardware components. Such kind of softwares are like LAN drivers, sound drivers, and USB drivers. Unless and until these driver softwares are installed in the PC or the computer, the external peripheral devices are not going to get detected and work. Next is the system development softwares. We, the users or programmers, write a large number of programs and files which we can understand. However, the machine can understand the instructions only which are present in zeros and ones. So the system development softwares would help us in order to convert these high-level programming codes to machine understandable codes, which are purely the translators, that is, the compilers, interpreters, and assemblers. The next one is the application softwares. Application softwares are the user-specific softwares which the user wants to perform a specific task. These softwares directly do not interact with the hardware components. They take the help of the system softwares, and the application softwares are like the general purpose softwares and the application specific softwares. In order to differentiate between them, let me give you an example. What is the difference between a general store and a medical store? General store is a place where we can purchase all the different types of items which we need for the home needs. And a medical store is a place where we can find medicines and medical equipments which are intended for only for a specific category of users, who are the patients. The same applies to here. General purpose softwares are those softwares that could be used only by every user in order to solve variety of user computing problems. For example, if you wanted to access web or internet, we need a special general purpose software utilized by everyone, that is the browser, like Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. And even we need certain word processor softwares for writing data, and in order to manage our files we need database management system softwares. And application specific softwares are those softwares which are used only for its intended purpose. They cannot be used for generalized tasks. Some examples like the general ledger system softwares, which is exclusively useful only for the accounting purpose, and material requirement planning softwares which are used by manufacturing organizations itself. Hope you have understood about a software and its types. See you in the next lecture.